Hi, wow, I'm talking this time. Holy crap, technology is amazing, isn't it? Anyways, I'm doing this all just live unscripted. I have no idea how to do this, so I apologize if I just stutter basically. Let me try to just commentate on this, I guess. This was all just for like a random joke I made on Blue, or not a joke I made on Blue Sky. It was like some stuff I was talking about on Blue Sky, which should show up on screen right now. Where, for like some context, I think it was that Rayman Legends Retold got like leaked, and it was like, oh, it's a new remake of the game that everyone's been waiting for, and I was like, this again. We've seen that with Crash Insane, we've seen that with Spyro, and like, they got their own form of support, but like they just crashed and died suddenly. I was just like, okay, where is this going? Now, I'm not like that big of a Rayman fan, not because I hate him or anything, just I didn't get into like the Rayman franchise as much as I wish I could. But when I saw that, I was just like, oh my god, okay, fine, whatever. Now, my opinions on like the remake has changed. I still haven't really played it, but I'm like, yeah, why not? Sure. I hope that something comes out of it. But regardless, in that moment, I was like, I know for a fact there's just nothing's gonna come out of it, especially know what kind of company Ubisoft is. So then I made this random, just I slapped together just this random image, just like kind of making fun of the whole situation. And then someone commented about, no, I made a joke about like how SpongeBob is still here in reference to like a different post that I saw. That's when like someone else pointed it out about SpongeBob just like randomly escaping this kind of fate of like having a remaster that goes nowhere, having a new entry that goes nowhere, or like never like succumbing to Gen AI. And then I just started to just hype the fuck out of SpongeBob just like succeeding in the video game scene compared to like a lot of other video game characters. And then from there I just drew this because I wanted to, because I thought it was funny. I had to do a commission in the middle of this, mind you, and just somehow I had more energy to do something as stupid as this and something more serious than like an OC commission, which should be in the next video that I upload eventually. I was so exhausted that day when I made this. I ran on like 2 hours of sleep, and yet somehow I cracked down on this in like under 4 hours basically. I have no idea how. I've drawn SpongeBob accurately before, but like I'm surprised I even had it in me. I never even like done shading or like painting like this before, but I'm happy how it turned out at the very least. I don't really know what to commentate on here because it's been a while since I do remember like doing this basically, but the best I can really say around here is that kind of I just winged it basically. You might think that like when you have a reference and such, you gotta like find a very specific way that the artist did it, and there is some validity in that kind of idea, but I just did whatever I could basically. I had a nice reference, of course. Yeah, everyone's seen that image before. It's the funny SpongeBob image that everyone loves shared around, and I just copied whatever I could. I tried to at least mimic some of like brush strokes, but eventually I did find like a very higher quality like version of that image, which I think like got leaked at one point or something. I don't really know. And while the brush strokes weren't as accurate as I wanted to be, at the very least it looks similar enough, and I think that's all that mattered here really. Just it looked convincing enough that people would think that like the actual artist drew it or something. I don't know really. But yeah, apologies for like my quality. My laptop, normally these headphones work better on like my tablet. I don't know why on my laptop I'm now noticing that like I sound more muffled weirdly. I hope I can still sound a little bit audible and my words sound like English, but up to you. Sorry if I didn't have like a whole lot of insight on how I did this, because again, I just literally winged it basically. But I think maybe in the next like aforementioned commission thing that I should upload, like I should probably have a little more information to go off of and share on how I did my process. But at least you got to get used to my voice a little bit more. That is all I just wanted to say. Bye bye. It was an okay first attempt for me to commentate, I guess.